I took a few pre-market trades today on CTRM, which is gapping up almost 100%. I'll show you what I was thinking when I did that, and then we'll wait for the bell. Okay, I took a few pre-market trades today on CTRM, which is gapping up, as you can see here in the gap scanner, over 100% today. Very low float, only 810,000 shares available to trade or sell if this is accurate, and it usually is. Volume is very substantial. So this is going to be the center of attention. Even my morning scalper software, the gap scan analysis, after I imported it, ranked it a 96 out of 100, meaning that it met just about all the criteria almost perfectly. You know, very low float, very large gap, meaningful volume. The price is in my price range. And as far as resistance, there isn't a 200 and 100 moving average on the daily chart. There's only a 50, which it's well above. At the time that I imported this, of course, it's using yesterday's close to find its next level of resistance. So based on yesterday's chart, the next level of resistance was $8.48, but it's already cleared that more than once today. The next level of resistance on the daily chart for it is from back in March, is $18.50, and a little bit earlier in March, $19. But you can see it didn't hold those levels. So, it'll run up very significantly because of the low float, and then people sort of like, they want to take profit. The stock isn't worth $19. It goes up high like this because of trader hysteria, not because of investor speculation. So if I do trade this during the market, it'll be just like pre-market, or during regular market hours, it'll be just like pre-market, which will be with very small size. My first trade on it, I took 4 trades on it, 1 loser, 3 winners. The first 2 trades were with 500 shares. I got in at 8.55 and out at 8.84. It happened, very, very quickly, 3 minutes. I got back in at $9 and out at $9.30 right here. Then I jumped back in at $9.66. Got out with a partial fill at $10.10, and then sold the rest at $9.83. I tried to get out at the high there, but it wasn't happening. Very large spreads too, especially pre-market, which I'm ambivalent about pre-market trading. I know that we're taught in the Warrior Pro trading class not to trade pre-market. I've actually done better. I've done well more often than not pre-market. Thing is, you fall in love with a stock before 9 o'clock, and it's all you want to look at when the market opens. And that's a problem for me. Perhaps it's an addictive personality, but you sort of get to learn you think you get to learn the way it trades, and you really don't. It's pre-market. It's a completely different world. Anyway, I jumped back in this with 1,000 shares. I added on that. But I ended up losing $362 on my 4th trade. Looks like I took 5 trades today. Pretty much gave back my winnings. I think I was up $50 at this point. I took one more trade later on, 1,000 shares at 8.16, sold half of it at 8.42, the other half at 8.55. So with a goal of $500 a day for the next 19 trading days, I'm well on my way. So I intend to be conservative today. I'm probably going to ignore my large cap stocks unless something is really glaring obvious. And I'm just going to keep CTRM loaded up and look for a possible opportunity in the first 15 minutes of the day and call it a day early, not like yesterday. Yesterday was ridiculous and a great example of not doing this right. So my hopes is to take 1 or 2 more trades today, be done with it. I've got other things I have to do anyway today. And it's about like 20 minutes to the bell. We'll just wait it out, and we'll see you on the other side. I've added one more thing to my morning watch list, which is ATIS, only because it came up as an 80 here on my analysis, and that's because it's just a super low float, if that's even real. But it sort of has a crappy looking chart.
TTRM.
It's very obviously gave back most of the move, so probably not going to be doing much with that.
ATIS.
Remember to stop trading after 3 consecutive losing trades.
Shut that off. Well, it broke that pre-market pivot of 927, but didn't hold. And I told myself I was going to wait on this and just watch it. I mean, 960 1 second ago, 870 now, 860 now. That's a buck. 2,500 shares, that'll ruin your day. So you see how it shot up there when a new candle made a new high? But not the type of resolution that you want. One more thing about this stock also is, if you notice right here, see it says CB, that means circuit breaker. This is on a short sale restriction, which means that short sellers can't just short it for no reason. They can only short it on an uptick, which doesn't prevent short sellers from participating. But when you have a low float stock like this that has a catalyst and a short sale restriction, it's just one extra reason to overlook it and find a different opportunity. So you're not battling as many short sellers if you're a long bias trader, which I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. I sort of got ready to enter a long position there at 875, being a candle to make a new high after a pullback. I would rather see the candle before it be a red candle. And the pullback candle is a green candle. It's more of a pull-up candle. If I had a short bias on this, I would look for it to be breaking 823 to the downside to get short in it.
Trade like a professional. Low risk, hand-selected setups only.
I'm watching AMD in another 3-minute chart over here. And if this fails altogether here soon, I might go look at that. All right, so I got the red candle I wanted. I will get long in this at 875. I think I got a feeling a lot of other people would too, so it'd be probably a ton of slippage. I got my finger on my hotkey. The volume is surprisingly low, so I'm a little leery of that also. Yeah, I didn't want to do it. I probably should have. It's going to go without me. But look at the spreads. Yeah, that was, it's not a great setup. Just really isn't a great setup. You know, that's a bear flag on the 3-minute chart, not a bull flag. You know, here's the flagpole, here's the flag. I mean, it's like a bear flag breaking up, if you will, but it doesn't qualify as a breakout. And here's your breakdown. There's your bear flag resolving. I mean, there might be some people selling it short. But I imagine with the low float, it's got to be very, very difficult to borrow shares to short sell. These are bag holders from up here jumping out. You know, there was somebody buying this stock pre-market up here, just hoping it's, you know, goes back to $10. All right, let's see here. I'm going to do what I said I wasn't going to do. This is what I was watching happen.
Required stop loss, 12 cents. Position closed. Please log win or loss before you forget. Outstanding.
That's the first trade that my hotkey monitor is registering, because to trade pre-market, I have to use hot buttons, which doesn't interact with my morning scalper software, something that I'm working on. So I just shorted it off the VWAP. I knew that it would bounce back a little bit. I probably should have done what I did sooner. And I'm watching this SPY in another window. So it'd be nice to see a rejection here and then head back in the other direction. The broad market seems to be up. What is the SPY for on the day? The SPY's up. But they opened up, you know. So all of this up happened pre-market. It could easily just move sideways all afternoon and register as being up for the day.
Required stop loss, 12 cents. Position closed. Please log win or loss before you forget.
Well, that's not what we wanted. And there I was trying to catch the rebound off of the VWAP, anticipating it, and just held it too long. So, $900 like that. Profits vanished. Very irritating. And the thing to, acknowledge is that prior to everything, I said I wasn't going to trade this stock today. But the demon that I'm working on conquering took over, got me into that position, and here we are. And I'm, the rationalization in my mind, is, and by the way, I didn't even mention, I took actually a couple extra trades yesterday, and made like another $500. So I wasn't up $800 on the day yesterday. I was actually up $1,300 on the day yesterday. So I've got that in the back of my mind that I've got this little cushion. That's not how it's done. So now, well, I've got $40 till I hit my max loss per day. And I don't have a problem hitting my max loss per day as long as I'm doing it following my own rules. In that particular case here, my rule says you get out of a trade at $300, not at $900. And that's that type of stubbornness doesn't work
Do
while
not
trading.
piss me off today. I'm in no mood. Respect the rules we've created. All of them.
And what's funny, we'll do this in another video. When I import all my trades, Petra, the voice that you hear, reviews what I've done. And I've programmed her to be quite expressive.
Required stop loss, 12 cents.
I think what this is going to do is it's going to tap that moving average and come back down. I'm over my max loss per day, so I can't add to this position. But if I've learned anything about AMD is that it does tend to respect its moving averages. But it's heavily influenced by the indices, which I'm also watching consolidate.
Remember everything I said before the bell. Honor your trading rules. Do not irritate me today with amateur mistakes. I'm watching you. If you're thinking of doing something stupid right now, don't. If you're in the middle of doing something stupid right now, cut the shit. Position closed. Please log win or loss before you forget.
Well, there you go. Victim of my own demons. So I was up today pre-market, and we'll break these down. I might come back to do it. But essentially gave it all back, doing exactly what I said I wasn't going to do. So I was up pre-market, which arguably I shouldn't have even done. But they were seemingly obvious setups. I see them all the time pre-market. And actually my performance pre-market is much better than I was led to believe it might be. But I did exactly what I said I wasn't going to do. And I ended up going short on AMD. And, had one small win, $75, and then two big losses, one for $895, another for $650. And there you have it, down $1,100 on the day. Defied my own daily max loss. Gave back a good portion of yesterday's profits, and it's back at it. Instead of having 2 days worth of my goal under my belt, if I did nothing today, now I essentially don't have even a whole day under my belt. So anyway, luckily, I have my daily max loss in with my broker. I'm not going to lose more than $1,100 today because I can't trade anymore today. So we'll just come back in the morning and try to do things right again. We have 18 days left, 2 down, 18 to go. We have about $100 to $200 after commissions toward our $10,000 goal. So it's pretty much a new game. So check back in the morning. That has got to be frustrating to watch. It was frustrating to live through. So if you learn anything from these videos, even if it's just what not to do, go ahead and click the subscribe button. I'll keep uploading these. Again, I'm sticking to my goal. I'm going to do this every day until I either master this or until I just blow up.